I was a great lover of bourbon.
Yeah, I've got here actually. Yeah,
Bobby, wonderful candlesticks.
Oh, thank you.
Are they new?
Guys, we're live
No.
on. We're live. We're live now.
That's okay. Welcome everyone who's coming in from wherever you are. We're just a little bit of pre-service chat before Dean starts to serenade us into Shabbat.
What's the scenery in the background, Michael?
Oh, Sicily. One of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. That place.
Where is it?
Sicily.
Oh,
Sicily's in the south. Sicily's in the southern island off the south of Italy, Graham.
Sicily's lovely. Do you ever watch Inspector Montalbano?
No, but this place is very close to Ragusa, which is where it was set.
Well, it's set in Rigata, which looks absolutely beautiful.
I've stayed in Ragusa. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I was there in 2017.
Ragusta.
I've stayed in Taormina. Is it Taormina?
Termino.
Taormina.
Tamino. The O is pronounced O in Italian.
Yeah, but it's got an A.
Taormina. It's Taormina.
Renzo.
Taormina. It's got an A at the end, Kathy.
A, yeah. Taormina.
And if you can't find anywhere, the mafia will find a place for you.
It's Renzo, not Renzo.
Why are we talking about Italy?
Because that's his background as a
Oh, Renzo.
My background.
Renzo's from Veneto.
Italian lesson before Shabbat. I am going to ask you all to mute yourself in preparation for us to begin tonight with Shalom Aleichem. The prayer book is in the chat. It's Shabbat Resouled, Siddur. And we always begin with Resouled, offering Shalom Aleichem on page 6 in the Siddur before we light the candles.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon,
Such a lovely beginning. I'm not going to say it yet until we light the candles, but so good to see everyone. Now, two things have happened for us for this Friday night. One, our beloved Bobby is marking her admission ceremony last week with her morning meditation group and will light candles now for us as a congregation. But before she does that, I believe that all our children were invited to pop into Shabbat Resouled and light candles this week. So we are going to do both. So I would really love, I'm not sure that we can pin everyone's at the same time, but it looks like we might have Samuel. It looks like we've got Zachary. Looks like we've got Annabelle. It looks like we might have Sam. So I would love you all to hold your candles up so we can see you getting ready with the candles, getting ready to light. And then I am going to, oh, it looks like Dalma and Michael are there. And then Bobby is going to say the blessing for us. So this feels, oh, Zachary, you've got orange candles. I love different color Shabbat candles. Brilliant. So everyone ready to light your candles, as I will do. And then Bobby, over to you to lead us in the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. A huge Mazal Tov and Dean.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Shehechianu, to mark this moment, nothing is more joyful than someone lighting candles for their congregation for the first time. Now, just before we leave you children to stay or to go, we would love for you to unmute yourselves and say Shabbat Shalom to the community, please, so that we can all see you. So Zachary first.
Shabbat Shalom.
Fantastic. Sam, I don't know if you've got your brother there.
Shabbat Shalom.
Lovely. Annabelle.
Say it, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Annabelle. And it looks like you've got several people with you, and we welcome them too. Let me just see if there's anyone else that wants to say Shabbat Shalom. Who did I see?
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. I don't know if Samuel's gone to bed. Claudia, yeah, he's gone to bed. So we'll say Shabbat Shalom to him too. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So lovely to all be here together. Let me invite you to turn to L'Chadodi on page 9.
Shabbat
So as we prepare to go to the Baruch Hu, we are on page 10. A reminder, I think Josie's already put it in the chat, that it's up to you how you view the service. Just it's always good to be reminded, we're so used to Zoom now, that if in the right-hand corner of your screen, there's a tiny box that says view. If you choose speaker view, it will be Dean or I leading the service. And if you choose to look at everyone you're sharing the service with and welcoming Shabbat with, you can pop it on gallery view and you can move between the two. So having welcomed Shabbat, let's move into our public call to prayer and begin our prayer together.
Baruch Hu et Adonai, Amevorach. Baruch Hu et Adonai,
As we prepare for the Shema, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidbaro ma'ariv aravim b'chochma poter sha'arim u'bitvuna mashane itim u'machalif et hazmanim u'masadeh et hakochavim b'mishmorteha b'rakia kirtzono boreyom v'layla golelo mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or u'ma'avir yom u'mevi layla u'ma'avdil ben yom u'ven layla Adonai Tzevaot Shemo, Baruch Atah Adonai, Hama'ariv, Aravim.
Oranu
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod
All this, the words of the Shema that we offer tonight as a community, we hold to be true and sure. You alone, Eternal One, are our God, and we are Israel, your people. You freed us from oppressors, delivered us from tyrants. You led us out of Egypt forever to serve you in freedom. When we witnessed your power, we praised your name and gave thanks. Willingly, we accepted your rule, and full of joy, we sang.
Bailim Adonai, Bi Kamocha Nedar. Adonai Imor Leolam Vaed. Adonai Imor Leolam Vaed. Leolam Vaed. Adonai Imor Leolam Vaed. Adonai Imor Leolam Vaed. Adonai Imor Leolam Vaed. Leolam Vaed.
ונאמר כי פדד את אדוני יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל Yisrael. And as we all offer together our evening prayer of Shalom Bayit, of being protected under a sukkah of peace, Sukkat Shalom, and what that means for each one of us and our homes, perhaps a life of ease and peace.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'amidenu malkeinu L'chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'amidenu malkeinu L'chaim Ushmot tzedkenu uvoenu l'chaim u'leshalom ve'ata ve'ad olam Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'amidenu malkeinu
Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol yoshvei tevel. We praise you, our God. You spread a shelter of well-being, of wholeness over us and all who live on earth. So let's move now to page 15. It's been a while since we have been able to do the minhag that we love to honor in Resouled, to stand up for the tefillah when we're ready in the whole congregation together. So all of us here in our own homes, we still form that congregation together. Stand or sit, as is your custom now, how you manage your computer, how you manage your prayer books, and let's offer together. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu. Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov. Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah. זוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר מושיע מגן, ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיה מתים, אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה המתים. You are holy, קדוש אתה, ונורא שמך, ואין לנו אלוה מבלעדיך. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורם ברית עולם. ושמרו נפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Can we fail to feel a certain spirit of Shabbat after Dean's Vashamru? We're on the foot of page 17, so we can all together mark the fact that we are blessing Shabbat day. Baruch atah Adonai Makadesh HaShabbat. Ratzei Adonai Eloheinu b'yamcha Yisrael u'tefilatam b'ahavat hakabel u'tehila ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha. Baruch atah Adonai she'otecha levadecha b'yera na'avod. And an invitation to you all to share anything you feel particularly grateful for this week, to be able to give you your own kavanah when you offer the words of Modim Anachnu Lach, We thank and praise you for being our God and God of our ancestors. We can always rely on you and feel safe. We thank and praise you for caring for our lives, for connecting our souls with you, for the miracles of life, wonders large and small that remind us you are here every moment of every day. We praise you, our God, and joyfully thank you for all life's goodness.
לכל השלום. לכל השלום. שלום רב.
Baruch atah Adonai, Oseh HaShalom. So let's take a moment for for some reflective time or private prayer. I'm very mindful that this week's Torah portion begins a very heavy section of building regulations and of how the sanctuary should look, which is always good for us to think about as a community. But it contains with it one of the best lines in Torah, when God says to the people, let them make me a sanctuary that I might dwell amongst them. And all Torah commentators from Rashi up to me have noticed, why doesn't God say, let me dwell in it? Because truly, as we have discovered this past year, and it is almost a year, that a community is made up of its members and not necessarily its building. When we're back in the building, we are going to love our building like we've never loved it before. But for now, we know that the truth is, it is all of us that creates community. And it's all of us with our interest and concern for each other that makes it so. So I particularly want to think tonight of those in our congregation who have been unwell, and I invite you to add anything in the chat. If I miss a name, thinking very much of Monty Bixer and Miriam. Monty is still in hospital and Miriam is at home. I'm thinking of Rafi Klinger-Fixler, one of our younger members who had emergency appendicitis, his appendix removed at the beginning of the week, and no doubt will recover well. But I'm really thinking of those who are in some ways not as strong or able as they would like to be. And I want to make sure that all of us in the congregation let each other know, let me know if anyone needs that, so that we do our best to care for each other. I'm so delighted Beverly is in front of me, that Beverly has been given the all clear, and we offered a Birkat HaGomel this morning in our morning meditation. There is so much joy around if you only look for it. So may we take this moment for ourselves to pray and just to have a moment to reflect on what is. Just before Dean serenades us out, I want to share the words of Rabbi Lionel Blue. In my experience, he wrote, so stay in your reflective prayer, that's where you are now. In my experience, prayer does not give security or the answer to the problems of the cosmos, at least it never has for me. But though it hasn't changed the external world to suit my convenience, it has changed me. And I am part of that world. It has not given me security, but it has given me courage and helped me cope with the next step ahead.
Adonai Turi Begoali Adonai Turi Begoali Ratson Irefi Adonai Turi
Oh, I forget there's no Oseh Shalom at Shabbat Resouled, Dean. Forgive me. We now turn to Aleinu together, Dean's own melody for that prayer, which you can find and follow on page 20.
Aleinu leshabeach la'adon hakon, לתת גדולה ויוצר בראשית, אשר שם חלקנו ויגן את שמו, ואמור עלינו להעניק מלכותו. אמור עלינו להעניק מלכותו. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים
We turn now to Kaddish, which you can find on page 23. We think particularly of those who are marking a yahrzeit, but also mourning a death. We think particularly of the Shopper family who lost Howard at the beginning of the week, whose funeral and shiva took place yesterday. They are so much bound up into the history and family of our congregation, as well as the wider liberal Jewish community. Zichrono livracha, may his memory be for a blessing, and may Joan and all the family feel the love, support, and comfort around them. We turn to the yahrzeits that fall in our own families now this weekend, this Shabbat. We think particularly of Stanley Berg, father of Jeannie Stein, of Sylvia Brady, mother of Neil Rosenweb, of Reginald Polacco, brother of Renzo Fantoni, of Henry Worth, father of Martin Worth. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing, and may those who recall and remember their loved ones be comforted in their loss, as we say the words of the Kaddish with them. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'galav zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'av v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitada v'yitaleh v'talal shemei d'kodesha brichu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbachata v'nechemata. Da'amiram bi'ama v'imru. Amen. Leila min kol berchata v'sherata. Tushbachata v'nechemata. Da'amiram bi'ama v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rava min shamaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'al kol bnei adam. V'imru. Amen. Janet, I see your message that your beloved father's yahrzeit was on Wednesday. We remember him too. Put his name in the chat so that he's part of our remembering. So we're at the end of the service almost, where we get to be blessed and bless each other in the Friday evening service with Yevarechecha. So you can follow and find it on page 27, maybe even as you get your wine, your bourbon, your whiskey, your tequila, whatever you are making Kiddush over tonight.
Yesimcha Elohim Ephraim v'ki Menashe Yesimech Elohim Kesara Rivka Rachel Leah
Thank you so much, Dean. So let us go to Kiddush. Just a reminder, everyone, that Purim is next week. On the actual Thursday of Purim, we are welcoming Rabbi Leah Mulstein, who will be coming with her hat on of Chair of Artsenu, the International Progressive Zionist Federation. And she and I thought that that was a nice day to postpone it to after we postponed it for Rosita Rosenberg, Zichrona Livracha, her Shiva. So that will be on Thursday evening. And then the community celebration of Purim will begin at 5, I think a little bit earlier for the tots to come on the call, but we'll begin at 5 for most of the congregation. And then we get to hear the FPS players who will deliver a spiel from Cable Street. I'll say no more, but I think you've been invited to come dressed in whatever historical era you would like. And Josie's reminding me tea and tech has been added to our Zoom calendar. Anyone that feels they need any help on Zoom or anything to do with any internet query, Graham, we heard you ran into difficulties this week. Hop on the call with Josie on Thursday at 4 o'clock. Otherwise, I'm sure there are other things and I am not remembering them, but maybe that's enough of announcements. Let's go into Kiddush. So let me see who has, we have Jewish pita tonight as opposed to challah. So let me see if anyone else has challah that we can see being held up So anyone that, oh, fantastic. I'm seeing Chala. Yeah, Robin's Chala. Dalma, Chala. Let's see. Oh, Beverly. And okay. So we will rely on all of yours and my alternative Chalot. Oh, Sam, I like your alternative as well. That's very good. Okay. Dean, over to you for Kiddush, or indeed I can do it. Oh, Stephen, missed yours. It's because it was round. Let me see, Dean, or else I will go into Kiddush.
Yep,
Tell
I can
me.
do it.
Great, lovely.
Yep. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom tehillah lemikrae kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu vachata veotanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen.
Amen. So I don't know if any of our children here would like to hold up whatever you've got and join me in offering a hamotzi. So whatever you've got, I don't care if it's a Jaffa cake, it can be anything. So unmute yourselves and jump in with me. We don't mind a bit of cacophony just for this blessing. So I don't know, have we got you, Annabelle, with Eleanor and Giselle by your side? Okay, let's go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Say amen.
Dollies.
Perfect, Annabelle. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Everybody laughing at me.
Shalom.